Hello, and welcome to this Cool Food information session. I am John Stoddard, the Associate Director of Climate and Food Strategy for Healthcare Without Harm. Over the next 15 minutes, I will go over the Cool Food Pledge, what it is, how it works, and how it can benefit your hospital or health system. Cool Food is an international, cross-sector effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from food purchasing. The World Resource Institute is the Secretariat of Cool Food, and Healthcare Without Harm and Practice Greenhealth provide the technical assistance to the healthcare sector. These are some of the members of the Cool Food cohort, which in total represents 1.2 billion meals annually. The cohort includes large businesses like IKEA and Hilton Hotels, as well as cities, universities, and hospitals. 64 hospitals have joined thus far, representing over 65 million meals annually. You can find the full list of hospitals on the Practice Greenhealth website. Cool Food kicked off in 2019, and thus far we have seen emissions reductions for the full cohort relative to the baseline of 3%, which puts us slightly ahead of pace for what we need to meet 2030 targets. Focusing in on healthcare, data shows us that through 2020, the sector reduced its greenhouse gas emissions per plate by 7% through Cool Food. So why are so many entities joining Cool Food, and why might you do the same? First, your hospital or health system can show leadership by joining this international cross-sector effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from food purchasing. Second, research shows that we cannot achieve global climate targets without addressing food. And your hospital cannot achieve net zero goals without addressing food. Food is a low-hanging fruit for addressing Scope 3 emissions. Third, climate-friendly, plant-forward diets are popular, and providing plant-forward options is a smart business move. In the National Restaurant Association's What's Hot survey, plant-based proteins landed at number 2 on its top 10 list, and according to the association's forecast in the Restaurant Industry 2030 report, it is expected that plant-based proteins will continue to grow in popularity over the next decade. And if that wasn't motivation enough, I'd like to speak to the strength of the program itself. Cool Food is a solid program with a clear pathway to make an impact. You provide purchasing data, and in return you receive a report that shows you where your emissions are coming from so that you can develop and plan and see results. When you join Cool Food, you will receive individualized technical assistance to help you reach the Cool Food target. And as a Practice Greenhealth partner, there is no charge to participate. Other sectors pay an annual fee to be part of Cool Food, so if you're part of PGH and not enrolled in Cool Food, you're missing out on an important benefit. So let's get into how Cool Food works. The steps of Cool Food are pledge, plan, and promote, and I will go over each. Cool Food is based on projections from the Science-Based Targets Initiative, which looked at all sectors of the economy and set targets for emissions reductions in order to prevent warming above 2 degrees and to achieve the goals set out in the Paris Climate Agreement. The food and agriculture sector must reduce emissions by 67% by 2050. Cool Food puts us on a pathway to get halfway there. So the Cool Food Pledge goal is to reduce emissions from food purchasing by 25% by 2030, and that is from a 2015 baseline. The first step in Cool Food is to pledge support of a science-based target for diet-related greenhouse gas emissions reductions. In doing so, you submit data on your plant and animal protein purchases by weight annually. The data you submit is run through the Cool Food calculator, which will identify emissions by food category. You will receive a report that shows your food purchases by category, as you see in this slide. And please make note beef and lamb as that small red sliver. Your purchases are then juxtaposed with your emissions by category. So you can see here that small sliver of beef and lamb is making up about half of this hospital's emissions. In addition to the graphical depictions of your purchases and emission sources, your Cool Food report will show you change over time. This is an actual hospital that was able to reduce their emissions by over 12% over 4 years. Your report will also show you your progress towards the goal. And finally, you will see where your facility or system stands relative to others in the cohort and the average American diet. So you can see here the sample hospital compared with North American diet, the healthcare average, and then the whole cohort average that includes other sectors. So once you have your emissions report, you will receive you will have the information you need to move forward and develop your plan. So now I'm covering plan. We covered pledge first. Moving on to plan. So you don't have to develop your plan alone. There are specific cool food resources and the technical assistance from Practice Greenhealth and Healthcare Without Harm that will help you set and achieve goals. The primary resource for Cool Food is the Playbook, which is the result of extensive research on behavior change. It contains 57 total interventions, 23 of which are shortlisted and designated as the most impactful. The interventions in the playbook are divided into 5 categories, or the 5 Ps. They are color-coded so you can easily find them, and they include marketing, built environment, and engagement strategies that encourage your diners to make a plant-forward choice. In addition to the playbook, our Plant Forward Future web pages have over 32 resources that can support your cool food efforts. The technical assistance for Cool Food is done in 2 steps. First, your food service team will complete a diagnostic questionnaire that will evaluate your plant forward strengths and weaknesses and identify the top strategies in the playbook to focus on. Next, we will host a 2-hour workshop for your facility or system to develop your cool food plan for the year. Once your plan is completed, we can set a schedule to check in on progress and address any changes. In addition to this technical assistance plan, we are here to meet with you on a one-on-one basis to also help you develop internal goals around cool food. In addition to the individualized technical assistance, we have a cool food cohort that you can join where you can network with others in cool food and learn best practices from your peers. Please visit our Practice Greenhealth website to sign up for that cohort. The final step of Cool Food is promoting your success. Your Cool Food agreement ensures that your data and reports are kept confidential. However, we want to promote your progress and innovative work through Cool Food and expose you to media opportunities. When you hit significant milestones in Cool Food, we may contact you for your permission to share your story with our network and media outlets. For example, we wrote a story on the University of San Francisco Health's Cool Food success that was shared with our network of 1,400 hospitals. And Hackensack Meridian Health received press coverage on their Cool Food efforts from Food Management. But we also want to give you the tools to promote your progress internally. Cool Food signatories have access to exclusive resources that will help you share your progress with leadership and your community at large. Finally, the work of the whole cohort is celebrated every year with an annual event in which the latest research, strategies, and successes are highlighted. Exemplary Cool Food members will be honored at this event. So that is Cool Food in a nutshell, and nuts just happen to be a great plant protein. Ba-dum-bump. I hope you will join us in reducing greenhouse gas emissions from food purchasing by signing on to Cool Food. We currently have 64 hospitals committed to Cool Food, and our goal is to reach 100 by the end of this year, so please help us to meet that goal. Visit our website to learn more, or contact me directly and I can meet with your team to get you started. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the Plant Forward Future.